there's 8 of them, exactly in diameter down to the millimeter. That there's no technology that man ever created that could have built the pyramids. And there's also information now, the Egyptians always knew this, that these places weren't tombs for the dead. That was the cover story for years. And that these pyramids are pre-flood, before the flood. Now, I'm saying they're using this as an convenient distraction. Why? Because this information was always out there. I got a book that I read while I was over in the Middle East, The Secrets of Giza. We visited the pyramids. Now, the pyramids were not made by men. We've been teaching this for years. Okay? There's a place where it goes all the way down here, and there's a rock put in place to the Great Pyramid. And they align directly with Orion. When it comes to what? The proximity to the stars. All 3 pyramids were meant for a purpose. Okay? They also tell a story with what's down here. Where did the pyramids come from? Elder Lawyer, let's go to the book of Enoch real quick. Who made the pyramids? They're pre-flood. That's number 1. This happened during the time where the angels came down, which led to the what? The flood. One second. Elder Lawyer, if you will, let me blow this up a little bit. One second. I'm in the book of Enoch, the 10th chapter. Now, if you don't believe the authenticity of Enoch, that's your business. Okay? Get in the class and learn. All right? Because if you don't believe in Enoch, you don't believe in the Bible. Because Jude, the disciples, quoted from the book. In the book of Hebrews, it speak of Enoch was taken. In the book of Peter's, it tell you why the pyramids were made. I'm going to show you that. Chapters 10, verse 1, read it. The secret aliens, the discovery of the aliens and the mystery of what's going on. Folks, it was in the word the whole time. Okay? They lied about the Khufu pyramid. It had nothing to do with Khufu. And guess what? The Egyptians, as well as the Arabs and Esau, are behind the conspiracy to hide the truth of the pyramids. Why? Because it links directly to our dominion. Before Israel, we made Egypt great. Where did the Great Pyramid come from? Huh? Y'all gonna learn something this evening. Let's read.
Then said the Most High, the Holy and Great One spake, and sent Uriel to the son of Lamech, and said to him.
And said to him what?
Go to Noah and tell him in my name, hide thyself, and reveal to him the end that is approaching.
Tell Noah the end that is approaching. So he told what? He told the angel Uriel to go to Noah and tell Noah to build the ark. Read. And hide thyself. Read.
And reveal to him the end that is approaching, that the whole earth will be destroyed, and a deluge is about to come upon the whole earth and will destroy all that is on it.
Come on.
And now instruct him that he may escape, and his seed may be preserved for all generations of the world. And again the Lord said to Raphael, bind Azazel.
Bind who?
Bind Azazel, hand and foot.
Hand and foot. Read.
And cast him into the desert and into the darkness.
Into the darkness. Read.
And make an opening in the desert.
In the where?
In the desert.
In the desert, which is what?
Which is in Dudiel.
Which is in Dudiel. This was the building of the pyramids. And on the hieroglyphics, there's a story concerning all of this until Christ returns and establish the kingdom. It's all in the pyramids. This is who built the pyramids right here, folks, and they always knew this. Right? Now, someone just sent me a link, Elder. They have proven the book of Enoch true. They have found 600 meters below the pyramid. There's a huge room there. They also found these coils that lock the room. And we know what's down there. Of course we know what's down there. Thank you, brother. Right on. But check it out. Make an opening in the desert, which is Dudael, and do what?
And cast him therein.
Read.
And place upon him rough and jagged rocks.
Rough and jagged rocks. Read.
And cover him with darkness, and let him abide there forever. And cover his face, that he may not see light.
Cover his face, that he might not see light. So what's at the bottom of this particular chamber? Huh? Right here. What's at the bottom of this particular chamber? Huh? Here's the jagged rock that was created to hold the fallen one. Azazel is buried under here, which is a gateway to hell. And a lot of the Egyptians know this, folks. They renamed this god that they worship here Osiris. The Egyptians. Even when Barack Obama went to the pyramids, because it's esoteric, they all go there to worship the fallen angel. But Elder Lawyer, now let's go back to the Bible.
Yes, sir.
2 Peter 2 verse 4. A matter of fact, let's get it here. 2 Peter 2 verse 4. Read that.
Yes, sir. 2 Peter 2 and 4. For if God spared not the angels that sinned.
If God spared not the angels that sinned, but what?
But cast them down to hell, and delivered them into chains of darkness, to be reserved unto judgment.
To be reserved unto judgment. They were built to hold the fallen angels. Azazel, the scapegoat, is one of those. And that's why, the same as we read in Enoch, go warm Noah, what happens next? The 5th verse.
And spared not the old world, but saved Noah.
But saved what? Hold up. But saved what?
But saved Noah.
But saved Noah. It was in the Bible the whole time. See? The pyramids were built to hold the angels. Also, it's a power source. And when our people left Egypt, all of Egypt went dark. The power source was gone. And then the Most High erected before for the children of Levi the Ark of the Covenant. This thing is way deeper than any of you can understand. The pyramids are in the Bible, folks, when you link to Enoch. The angels made the pyramids. Raphael in the angels. To bind the fallen ones who've given mankind knowledge to go against God and God's people. Huh? And that's why it says what? Let's go to the book of Jude now. The book of Jude, the first chapter. So when people claim that angels didn't fall and all that, folks, don't listen to those guys. Guess what? They are prehistoric in knowledge. They're on another plane, another planet somewhere. They're not even in the book. You don't even understand the narrative if you don't understand the fallen angels. Let's go there. Let's go to the book of Jude real quick. Let's go to 1 and 6.
Yes, sir. Jude 1 and 6.
Come on.
And the angels, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation,
Heaven,
hath he reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day.
that happened pre-flood. See? There's fallen angels under there that the Egyptians worship till this day as gods. And believe it or not, folks, this is the origin of the gods they worship in Islam. The pagan gods of Egypt go all the way to the bound angels that they claim was ancestors under there. See? But it's speaking of the fallen angels, Azazel in them. So when you hear people talk about ancestors and pouring libations, it's to do what? It's to quench those who are burning in hell or are bound in judgment. That's where libations come from. Who kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he reserved an everlasting change under darkness, under the judgment of the great day. That's what's going there. Right? And when the mountains are destroyed upon the coming of Christ, it's speaking of the fall of the pyramids through judgment. Let's go down, Elder Lawyer, to the 13th verse.
Yes, sir. Verse 13. Raging waves of the sea, foaming out of their own shame, wandering stars.
They're what?
Wandering stars.
They are wandering stars. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. In the synagogue of Satan, worship these same angels from where? From Mount Hermon. Do it again. Paramount, celebrating the angels who came down on Mount Hermon, which led to the flood, where one of these angels, Azazel in Simjaza, was buried under jagged rock. All three pyramids are tombs for the fallen angels at the bottom of it, and they tell a story. That story, that's right, heavenly tables have been given to us. The Bible. The beginning and ending of the judgment is all written in hieroglyphics by the angels. Read.
To whom is reserved the blackness of darkness forever.
Read.
And Enoch also.
And who?
And Enoch also.
And who?
And Enoch also.
Can you find the book of Enoch in the Old Testament? So if you can't, tell me, where is Jude quoting this from? And Enoch also, the seventh of Adam, read,
prophesied of these.
Where's that prophecy?
Saying,
Hold up. Where's the prophecy of Enoch telling you about what happened with the wandering stars that are bound under the pyramids?